Shalom, friends. We are in exciting times. This is a season where we celebrate Hanukkah. What's Hanukkah? Let's go down memory lane. In 2nd century BCE, the Jews were oppressed by the Syrian Greeks known as the Seleucids. These group of people tried to force the Jews to accept Greek culture. They prohibited them from obeying mitzvot or laws such as observing the Shabbat, practicing Brit Milah, which is circumcision, and celebrating Rosh Chodesh, which is the new month. In an attempt to annihilate their faith in God and the Jewish culture, they defiled their temple. A Levitical priest known as Mattathias, along with his 5 sons, revolted against such cruelty and were victorious. Their victory led them to rededicate the temple to its holy purpose, that is, service to God. Nes Gadol Ayasham. A great miracle happened here. They sought to light the temple's menorah, but discovered a single sealed pure bottle of olive oil that wasn't contaminated by the Greeks. To their surprise, this single bottle that would have lasted for a day miraculously lasted for 8 days until new oil could be prepared under conditions of ritual purity. When is Hanukkah celebrated? Hanukkah is known as Chanukkah in Hebrew, and it lasts for 8 days. This feast begins in the winter season, in the month of Kislev to Tevet. In our Gregorian calendar, that will be sunset December 7 this year to December 15th. How do we celebrate Hanukkah? Jews and those who have been engrafted into the Commonwealth of Israel meet together and celebrate. A menorah is lit by the shamash, which is a servant candle. Each night, a candle is lit with accompanying prayers. It is customary to eat foods fried in oil, since the feast involves the miracle of the oil. Potato latke and jelly fields of Ganya, that's donut, is eaten. The dreidel is used to play a game, and Hanukkah gelt, that is, gifts of money, are given to children, which gives them an opportunity to give tzedakah, that's charity. Now, you may be wondering, is Hanukkah biblical? The word Hanukkah is first mentioned in Numbers 7 verse 10. After Moses had fully set up the tabernacle, the princes of Israel brought their offerings for Hanukkah for dedication. On the altar, the place where sacrifices are brought to be one with HaShem. In Daniel 3 verse 1 to 2, Nebuchadnezzar made a golden image in Babylon and requested the presence of provincial officials to come to the Hanukkah, the dedication of the image he had set up. After the Babylonian captivity, the wall of Jerusalem was dedicated. The Levites were brought to Jerusalem to celebrate joyfully the dedication with songs of thanksgiving and with music of cymbals, harps, and lyres. John 10 verse 22 to 23 mentions the word Hanukkah. Hear what it says. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, which is Hanukkah, and it was winter, and Jesus walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. Why do we need to celebrate or observe Hanukkah? Let's talk about what Hanukkah really means. Now, Hanukkah is made up of 4 Hebrew letters: Chet, Nun, Kaf, and He. Each letter symbolizing something. Now, the Chet speaks to offense, the Nun speaks to seed or life, and the Kaf speaks to giving and receiving, while the He speaks to breath or revealing. The meaning for Hanukkah is to dedicate, to consecrate. Now, Chanukkah comes from a root word known as Chanak. This word is made up of 3 Hebrew letters, Chet, Nun, Kaf. And Chanak simply means to train up, to discipline, to dedicate. So, I'm thinking, what was the number one reason why the Seleucids would want to destroy the temple? Based on the definition that I have given, they simply wanted to destroy the place where people were trained in truth. They wanted to destroy, to annihilate the truth of God. But guess what? The Jews were victorious. Now, why would the Jews rededicate their temple? The temple was dedicated because guess what? It housed the presence of God. It provides the opportunity for one to draw near to God for intimacy. It provided the opportunity for the community to fellowship with each other. It provided an opportunity for one to learn Torah. It disciplined one to walk in the derek, that's the path of HaShem, and to remain on the path of righteousness. This means that we have hope and that we too are victorious over everything that seeks to destroy our faith in HaShem. Chanukkah is a time of rejoicing because we are victorious. It is a time of thanksgiving because we have a covenant-keeping God. Hanukkah is a time where we progress in faith and hope. A time where we recommit ourselves to the service of HaShem and to dedicate ourselves to be trained in the truth of God. What does Hanukkah mean? Hanukkah means a fence created to protect the next generation to receive the breath, the essence of God. Did you know that you are that next generation? The temple was rededicated to give you and I access to the essence of our Creator, for us to learn more about Him and express who He is to this world. Think about your life. Is there anything that seeks to defile your faith in HaShem? How have you reacted to this act of defilement? The Jews in the 2nd century BCE proves to us that the truth of God, the truth of HaShem, is eternal. And because we were created in His image and in His likeness, and because we have faith in Him, we are more than conquerors. Shalom.